Hola familia, it's Alex. Thank you guys so much for tuning in today. So today, as you guys can see from the title, we are duping new makeup releases, and I'm actually considering, if I haven't done it already in the title, calling this series Dollars and Cents. The whole reason why I'm doing this whole entire duping is just to try to get myself accountable and helping out anybody who actually needs accountability as well when it comes to new makeup releases. There's a lot of will I buy it releases out there, like indie brand versions, just regular versions, and everyone is trying to give their opinion on whether they want to buy something or not. But I actually wanted to take a step further last year and decided I think I could dupe most of these products in my collection. I've been in this game for quite some time. I've been wearing makeup for a long time, and I've been on this platform for 8 years now, so I kind of have everything under the sun at this point, or have tried everything under the sun at this point. So I have 5, as I usually have it. I have 5 new makeup releases that I do want to dupe in my collection. So if you are interested, stay tuned. But first, if you're new to my channel, welcome to the familia. My name is Alejandra. I'm an eyeshadow enthusiast with a dash of Project Pan. That is something that interests you. Subscribe, join us. And now without further ado, let's get on with the duping. I had mentioned to you guys on Instagram, on my Insta stories, that I wanted to do this specific series once a month, definitely. If you guys want me to do this more often, I would be more than happy to do it. I'll probably at most do it 2 times a month. I don't think I could do it weekly, but I could do it at least 2 times a month, every other week, if that is something that interests you guys. But you will definitely see this once a month. I will be choosing 5 releases. Most of the time, obviously, will be eyeshadows because that is my jam. That's what I own the most of, and that's what I can definitely tell you I have a dupe for, or I can at least point you in the right direction to shop your own collection. So the basis of this is 5 products. Most of the time it'll be eyeshadows, but I will try to veer off and dupe other things. My word duping doesn't necessarily mean I am giving you the exact formula, shade, everything down to no. For me, I use duping loosely. It's more like looking for something similar in my collection that'll give me that'll quench my thirst for that product, basically. And that's what I have here today. Now, this is the only time you're going to hear this disclaimer. You're not going to hear this once a month because I don't feel like repeating myself, honestly. But if you choose to purchase anything that I am saying I don't care for, it's up to you guys. It's your money. Do whatever you want. I am just trying to get myself psyched out of these new products and trying to get myself accountable and realizing that I do have these things in my collection. If I can inspire anybody, at least one person watching this video, I have done my job, and that's all that matters to me, to be honest with you guys. So if you want to buy any of these, don't be offended. Do you? And I will say that I would not be surprised if maybe I am putting some of these into this series, still wanting them and later on purchasing them, which I will tell you guys if I do that.
Do that. I always hate when I say that, but it ends up ruining it.
So we're here to share with you guys 5 of them. I'll put more pictures up on the screen as usual, and then share with you guys the dupe that I have that I'm trying to quench my thirst with. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. First off on my list is, I'm going to read these off because I have them on my phone, so that's why I'm looking down this way. It is the Tarteist Juicy Amazonian Clay Eyeshadow Palette. This is $45. It is currently released. It is a 20 shade palette. Now this looks beautiful. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this is tugging at my neutral side of me, but I know for a fact that I have so many neutral palettes, so many palettes of these kind of shades in my collection that I really do not need this. I have no intentions of purchasing this. I wouldn't be surprised if I get it as a gift, but I truly do not want to purchase this on my own. And the main reason why is, you guys, because I'm pretty sure I have some of these shades in here. Now, these are supposed to be new. They look more mauve tone, but we all know we all have a bunch of mauves in our collection. The Amazonian Clay formula is what's grabbing me because I know that the Tarte Amazonian Clay formula is beautiful. I love it as an eyeshadow, and I know that I would love the formula. But honestly, you guys, look at this. This one's barely been touched. This one I do like pulling out this time of year, which I should be pulling out now. This is the Tartelette one, the very first one. Look at all these. Looking at the picture, I can kind of pull out some of these shades in here. And then the Tartelette in Blue is one that I have gotten use out of. It hasn't gotten beat up, but it looks used. And I could definitely get the neutral end of it. If I would put these two together and just pull a single mauve, I could definitely dupe the vibe of that Tartelette palette. I don't need it. I don't want it. I have these plus a bunch of mauve tones, berry tones, cranberry tones that I really, really do not need to spend $45 on a large palette when I barely touch these as it is. Now let's move on to the next one. I swear to you guys, every time I do these videos, Morphe just creeps right in. This is the new Morphe and I Love Sarah E Sweet Oasis collection. Now this one has been catching my attention because I know the collaborator does a very, very good job when it comes to her formula. She has collaborated, I believe, with Dose of Colors, ColourPop. I can't remember. There was another brand that she has collaborated with, and now this is Morphe. The colors are gorgeous. I'm not gonna lie to you. And it's more of the right side that's catching me. It's those blue greens, those pinky tones, those bluishy with, you know, with green in them. Those are the colors that are catching me. The left side I can care less about, the browns that Morphe is known to put in there. Now, I have seen a friend of mine, I will link her up in the iCards or down below if I can remember. My friend Bridget, she has done 3 looks, 1 palette with this eyeshadow palette, and she always does these and she grabs me because she has such a beautiful way of doing makeup and it looks so gorgeous on her and against her skin tone, and it just color pops so beautifully on her and it grabbed me. But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it because I can't do another large palette, you guys. I really, really, really can't do large palettes, and if I'm gonna do a large palette, it has to be something I really want. So the palette I'm duping that with is the Nomad, what is it, the Antilles palette. Now look at this. Doesn't this give you the specific colors that I'm talking about? Those pinks and those bluey greens. Like, here are all my pinks that I can do. Here are all those bluies. And I've even added some purples and the neutral tones. I don't need that many browns in that photo. I have just enough right here. So when I looked at this palette, I'm like, that's dead exactly the side and the corners that I would want out of that palette in a smaller form and in a formula that I enjoy. So I don't know if this palette is still available, to be honest with you guys, on Nomad's website, but I'm glad I have it because this is what attracts me to that palette. And I already have this, so I'm good to go. I don't need to worry about it. I am content with this. Now let's move on to the next palette, you guys. Why is BH doing this again? Somebody please. Did they not fire this individual that tried to do this last year or the year before and now is trying to do it again? I don't get it. Do you remember when BH Cosmetics tried to do the Zodiac palettes? 1 every month for 12 months. That stunk. Here we are again. BH Cosmetics is now trying to do the birthstones every month. Don't do it, BH. It's not catching on.
Fetch is not catching on.
Stop it already. It's not going to work. Now this one is the Garnet. This is January. Guarantee you guys I will probably be duping this every single month if they try to release one every single month. You guys can see it on the screen. Garnet, 2 reds in it. That's all it is 2 reds out of this palette. Everything else is just your simple browns, whites, and a black. And the black has glitter on it to say the least. This is something they should have never gone for. If the zodiac signs didn't work, why are you trying this? Now I will say that if one of these palettes really catches my attention, maybe. But please don't go out and try to collect these, you guys, please. BH has done a great job with their formula. I feel like every time I pull out one of their newer palettes, which I did get quite a few for Christmas, especially that Naughty palette that I keep using. You guys, their formula has gotten so good. So I'm crossing fingers that whoever buys any of these will enjoy the formula that I keep raving about. But please don't go out and buy every single one. Maybe buy your birthstone, and that's the end of that. Mine is probably going to be the most blandest color. Unfortunately, I was not born in a month with an amazing birthstone color. So I don't know what mine's gonna look like, but I'm gonna dupe this one, and I'm gonna dupe it for the redness that I really would have wanted this to look. I want it to be more red, and for me, that's the Huda Ruby Obsessions palette. This one ranked pretty high when I ranked these Huda minis. When I originally bought all 4 of them, which I still own all 4 of them. This is a beautiful, doesn't this screams Garnet to me, you guys. This right here. This is what BH should have done, and this is what I am loving. This is calling my name. If they did something like this, absolutely, I think I would have gotten it, even though I own this one. But this is quenching that thirst that I would want from the palette from BH. They only came out with 2 reds. Look at this. This is stunning. I've done looks with this, you guys. You can search in my makeup. I'll try to link as much as I can down in the description box. I'm terrible at remembering that, but I'm going to try to remember. I've done looks with this palette. I may have done 2 looks with this palette, 2 looks, 3 looks, 1 palette, something like that, when I used to do them back in the day. So I know I have looks with it. And I know I featured this quite a few times on my channel. So this is beautiful, you guys. And the deepest color in here is like a purpley brown. That's what I would want. This is Garnet. This is January. Honestly, if I'm thinking of January and I'm thinking of their birthstone, this is what I'm going to pull out. Not what BH is trying to feed me. I'm already full with this one. Thank you very much. Again, another brand that I kind of feel like I'm always anti-hauling, I guess you want to call it. Melt Cosmetics decided to release this palette. What is this one called? It's called the Blueprint Palette. Blueprint Palette. Okay. So, with this one specifically, the blues are supposed to stand out, right? Because it's blue packaging, blue shades. Half of it is blue, the other half is neutral. If I'm looking for a palette the same blueprint, I want more blues. I want more different undertones blues, different finishes of blues, and maybe 1 or 2 shadows to help me out. This does not draw me in at all, because if I'm wanting a palette that's telling me blueprint, I want it to be blue. I want it to have a variety of blues. For me, automatically, I thought of this one. This is the Blue Moon from ColourPop. And you guys, this is one of my favorite blues that I own. This, you see that? You're getting different finishes of blue, undertones of blues, where I can do multiple looks with this palette and not feel like I am stuck on one area of the blue spectrum. I'm getting my dark blues, and my 3 dark blues that I do own are very different. This is a black blue, this is more of a white blue, and this one's in between blue. Then you're getting these right here, like all 4. You're getting that white to make it pop, you're getting a gray blue to make it pop. You know what I mean? Like, this is Blueprint. This is what Melt Cosmetics should have done. What they came out with is very, very similar to their stacks, the specific stacks that they came out with, which I know people have spoken about, and that automatically came to my mind. That was on sale. So my theory is they put that stack on sale, because I did see it quite a few times during the holiday season this past holiday on sale on Sephora's website. They got rid of the stacks. Did they? Did they not? I don't know. And then they came out with the palette version of it. Is that what happened? Is that what I'm guessing happened? I don't know. You guys are gonna have to let me know, because some of you guys know a lot more than I do. But no, I don't want that. I want this. This is what I want. This is blue. If I'm gonna go for a blue palette, I am committing 100%. Don't give me a brown. Give me blues. Give me a blue that has brown in it, or purple or something. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want a cream, a brown, a red. Like, what is that? What? Last but not least, you guys, this is something that I will be blunt and honest with you guys. I probably will purchase 1 or 2 of these if they do continue to do this, which you know that they are. This is ColourPop. I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is ColourPop's The New Love Struck collection. Now, these are 5-pan palettes, and they're square. Remember how we did the fade into hue and they were squares? I guess they were transitioning into the square genre, square category, square area of palettes or pans. So these are the 5-pans one. Now, I think they're beautiful, and I've heard great reviews on these. Formula is amazing. They're 5 pans, which is great. I know, and I'm gonna be blunt with you guys, I know there probably will be 1 or 2, maybe 3 that I may want to get if the color story is right for me. The first 5 that came out with, 1 or 2 did catch my attention, but I took a step back, because I know how ColourPop is, and they're gonna release these probably every 2 weeks with a new collab, a new color story, because they're gonna wear us out from these. So I told myself, pace yourself, Alex, because I can guarantee you're gonna find something you're gonna like. In the meantime, I have something that is an amazing quality, great price for what you're getting, and the color stories always catch my attention. And for me, honestly, that's the Natasha Denona ones. These are the mini ones. Now, these are $25, obviously a little bit more expensive than ColourPop, but you're guaranteed to have amazing formula. I have this one, which is the Lila, Mini Lila, which was a gift. And then this one actually was another gift from Mr. Man. This is the Mini Gold. The last time we went to New York City, he purchased this one for me, because we didn't go this past year due to the virus. So I am enjoying it. This one I wore for the holiday season. This one I've been wearing, pulling it out through Shop My Stash. lashes. I love these. I actually do want to get the new pink one that she came out with and the Zendo. I have yet to purchase the Zendo. I've been holding off to see when to purchase those two, but I do want to get both of those. These are great. I don't need to run out and get ColourPop when I have these. If I'm not reaching for these as much as I should for what they are, why would I purchase these right now and do the same when I'm letting these go bad? So I'd rather reach for these, and every time I look at the 5 pans, I automatically think of these. Another one that's, if you don't want to spend the money on this, is the e.l.f. Quads, the 4 pan. It's not exactly 5 pans, but it's the same concept, and you're getting 8, I believe, different versions of that. I have a full video on those. So that's something else that could quench your thirst. If you're looking for a specific color story, you can pick one of those out. These are great quality for what you're getting. So far, the ones that I have gotten have been really good. Like this one isn't bad. I know a lot of people didn't like this one, but so far so good. Even the blue one, I've been able to make it work. So I don't know what people were talking about. Maybe they just didn't understand how it works. And to be honest with you, that's like a blue purple. That's not really a straight up blue. To me, that's a blue purple shifting type of shadow. So I like these. I think these are great, and I don't need to run out and get the ColourPop ones. Not yet, at least. I will eventually get one. I just don't know which one. I don't know when. Sometime this year. Mark my words, this is going to be ColourPop's new thing going on. They're going to be popping these out. We know we're going to see these often. So I'm just pacing myself to see which 5 pan palette, which one I'm going to definitely get for myself, because eventually I will be purchasing one of those. Alrighty, you guys, that's it. Those are the 5 new makeup releases in the month of January that were catching my attention, that I knew that I could get something out of my collection that was very similar to it. Again, I'm going to try to do a variety. Mainly it's going to be eyeshadow palettes that I'm going to be duping, but I can do highlighters, I could do blushes, I could do bronzers. I don't know about, complexion products, because that's not something that I have a lot of knowledge of. I just like what I like, and that's it. I don't try new things out often. So let me know. Tag me on Instagram if you do want me to do something. If something that is grabbing your attention, that I may have something similar, tag me on Instagram, and that way I can put that on my list to try to find a dupe for you guys and share it with you guys here. That is it, you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll put more videos right over here for your enjoyment. Until then, bye guys.